Hey friends, welcome to the Updike Family Homestead. It has been a minute since I have done a cooking video, and I am excited to share a new recipe with you guys. So stay tuned and we'll get started.
Hey y'all, we are the Updike family located in the mountains of Tennessee. We're excited to share our homesteading journey with all of you. From the farm to the table, we'll share the ins and outs, the ups and downs, from recipes and how-tos to our adventures of running a homestead. So come on in and join us. From our home to yours, welcome to the Updike Family Homestead.
All right, so I am exhausted. And I asked James, hey, what do you want for dinner tonight? And he actually opted for grilled chicken, which typically he handles anything that's out on the Blackstone or anything that's out on the grill. And so my job is to prepare the chicken for him to put onto the grill. And I got to thinking about some sides, and I decided to do a recipe that uses sauteed dandelion greens. Now, yes, you heard me correctly. I did say dandelion greens. I'm gonna show one to you. So these are leaves. This is the leaf from a dandelion weed, as most people would know them. And if you've read my blog recently, then I shared that every part of the dandelion plant is actually edible. And I thought it would be fun to saute some of the dandelion greens tonight with some baby portobello mushrooms, some garlic, and then I'm gonna also serve it with brown rice and quinoa, and which would make it a very healthy meal. We won't tell James that it's healthy, but he'll be okay, right? All right, so you want to make sure that when you're using anything from a dandelion that you're not using anything that has been sprayed with any kind of pesticide or weed killer. And then you want to bring them in. And I'm using the dandelions for some infused oils and salves and things like that I use my dandelions for. And then I have some roots that are drying, and then I pulled the leaves off. For this, I brought them in, washed them really, really good, and then I'm gonna saute this while James is out grilling the chicken. So let's go ahead and do the chicken first. All right, so I have 2 chicken breasts here, and if you've ever grilled chicken breasts on a Blackstone or on a grill, then you know that it takes a really long time to make sure that the chicken is done all the way through and through. So I like to fillet mine, and I don't really want to pound it out. I mean, you could, if you had some smaller chicken breasts, then you could just pound them out to make them more tender. But this will help cook the chicken all the way through without making it tough. And that typically will happen on a grill with chicken, is that the outside will be really tough and the inside will be kind of raw. In fact, it used to be a running joke in our family. Haley was asked, like, what is mommy's least favorite food? Now, I eat everything except for okra and beets. I think that's it, okra and beets. I just don't like them. Sorry. I know, like, and that's like so weird because everybody loves okra and I just can't. I can't do it. So anyway, so now I have 4 chicken breasts. And it is just Colin and James and I tonight. So hey, we'll have one that's extra. But Haley said that my least favorite food at this time, so she must have been 3 or 4 years old. But Haley said that my least favorite food was Daddy's chicken with black stuff. And what she was talking about was when we used to grill chicken legs on the grill. And James would put barbecue sauce on them and they would burn. And I actually really liked it, but she apparently thought that was my least favorite food. But, you know how kids are, and she didn't know. All right, so what I'm going to do with the 4 chicken breasts, now I have 4. It was 2 filleted in half, is I'm going to sprinkle them with some of my mineral salt. and some pepper. We're going to do this to both sides. You really want to make it, make sure that it's a generous amount. Now, I also have, this is one of my favorite Pampered Chef items. I'm not a Pampered Chef consultant, but I do buy from them. The bell pepper herb. It is really, really good. So I'm going to just kind of put that on there. It's actually a rub. So you can rub it in. Just make sure that if you're going to rub it in, don't use that same hand before you wash it to do the other side. So what I mean is, like, don't stick that hand into the salt or touch any of your other items. So now I'm going to do the other side, mineral salt, pepper, all right. Now I'm going to take that bell pepper herb again, generous amount, and then we're just going to rub that in on that side too. All right, now let me show you how beautiful that looks. Nice and well coated. And then we're just gonna kind of let that marinate until he gets home and preheats the barbecue or the grill. And then we will move on. All right, guys, so James is home. He has preheated the grill and he's taken our chicken breast out there to do. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on the inside stuff. I'm gonna bring you in close here. All right, now I have some olive oil here. Ignore the big container, but I broke my other one. You don't need a lot, just probably about a tablespoon or so. And I'm using my stainless steel, which means I need to preheat it almost like you would a cast iron skillet. And you want to make sure that that gets nice and coated. All right, now I have gone ahead and chopped up 3 of my portobello mushrooms. I've also chopped up a sprig of fresh rosemary, and then I have sliced about 1/4 of an onion, and this particular onion is like a Vidalia sweet onion, so it'll give it a nice sweet flavor. I am going to add a little bit more olive oil to this. Ooh. So make that about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You probably hear Lilybet and Kipper out there playing in the dining room. All right, so my pan is just kind of heating up. I do have it on medium heat because I don't want to burn this or overcook or cook it too fast. You want a nice even temperature. You want that olive oil completely spread out. And then I'm going to go ahead and toss in the onion because I want that to get almost to a translucent before I add in the mushrooms. The dandelion greens are going to go in last. All right, so while that is going, I want to show you guys this package of quinoa and brown rice. So this is Seeds of Change, and it's organic quinoa and brown rice with garlic. I love this. It is really delicious. I get a big case of them from Sam's Club. I want to say like 6 packs come in the case for about $10, which is, that's pretty good. So this takes 90 seconds in the microwave, and I will throw this in about the same time that I throw the greens, the dandelion greens, into the skillet. So those are cooking up nicely. You might hear it sizzle. It's not too hot. It's just the right temperature. Now, if you have a like a regular oven or stove top, an electric, not a gas, you know, I would probably do your heat even a little bit higher. than what I'm doing my heat. But gas tends to heat up really quickly. So I've got it, actually I'm gonna turn that down. About a little under medium. All right, now I'm gonna add in my garlic. Now this isn't a whole lot, so I'm just using 1 small clove of garlic. I'm gonna add that right into my garlic press and then just squeeze it, and all of the hard work is done for me. You can chop it if you want to, but to me that's just a whole lot easier. There's just something about the smell of fresh garlic. Love it. All right, now I'm going to add in the portobello mushrooms. And we'll go ahead and throw that rosemary right in there too. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the microwave, and then we're going to add a little bit more olive oil and toss in those greens. All right, guys, so James has finished our grilled chicken. The quinoa and brown rice is on the bottom. Then I have my dandelion greens and the portobello mushrooms with onions on top of that. And then the chicken is on top of that. Of course, now it's time to tell. Oh, that is so yummy. Well, friends, there you have it. Grilled chicken with dandelion greens, portobello mushrooms, brown rice, and quinoa. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a blessed night. Bye!